Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and the second part of this Manchester City series where we're hoping we can do better than we did in the Newcastle one after getting sacked just 4 episodes in. I feel like I basically have to play this game on easy mode now to try and save some sort of respectability, but my stock in the Football Manager community is probably quite low. But as you can see, we have got off to a reasonably good start to life. We've never tasted defeat even in friendlies. Pre-season went really well. Then we beat Liverpool 3-2 in the Community Shield, a nice little taster for what we can do. Young Morgan Rogers, the star of pre-season and our first game in the season as well, getting his first goal for the club since joining from West Brom. Then we kicked off our Premier League season with a game against Leicester. It went really well. Did leave us a little bit on the edge for a little while. It took a little while to get going, but then we were just at 1-0 until right at the end of the game. Tielemans sent it back to Sancho, but Aguero stole it from him. And for once, a one-on-one was scored by the striker and not saved by the keeper. Then in the 88th minute, Alderweireld with a long header, who, by the way, we have signed. I probably should have mentioned that. And David Silva able to just put the ball into an empty net in the end. And at the end, I let Gabriel Jesus take the penalty to get him off the mark for the season. That was nice. So the only change that we have made transfer-wise is on deadline day. A recommendation was made by the scouts. Toby Alderweireld was available. I should look on the other side of the screen here. For just £15.5 million. And I thought that was an absolute bargain. We've got him on a 3-year contract. We'll get him through the last kind of tail end of the prime of his career. I mean, you could argue the prime of his career was his mid-20s, but you never know. Maybe if we get him playing well, playing regularly, we could make the most of him. He had that season at Spurs where he was angling for a move, injuries and all the rest of it. But finally, hopefully, we've got him at a club he wants to be at and we can really make the most of him. Now, today, the schedule we are looking at is a really tough one. We're going to try and bang through 3 games if we can, and then we'll probably go quite some time until we next stop, possibly even the Manchester United game at the end of December. I'm looking to really run through these seasons quickly because it's not necessarily that challenging when you take on a team like Man City in this game. So I'd like to focus on the end of the seasons rather than the boring start and middle. I'll just crack through the games and then maybe we'll just have one catch-up episode where we watch the highlights of every game or just key games. Let me know in the comments what you think. If we do go on like a 15-20 game run without a video, let me know if you'd like to see highlights of the goals of every game or if just pick the main games out and we go from there. Let me know down below and drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series. But let's basically start off with Liverpool at Anfield. Then we've got Arsenal at Emirates and then Chelsea back at the Etihad. The way we're lining up for this game against Liverpool, we have got João Cancelo back in the team. He's a natural right midfielder until we get the likes of Sane, Sterling and Mahrez back to full fitness. I'm not sure why Mahrez isn't on the bench given he needs a bit of match fitness actually. I should put him on there. I'd like to play Phil Foden today, maybe for Rodri. Let's drop Rodri for this game so that we can maybe bring Mahrez on for the last 20 minutes. But Cancelo has come in at right mid. Sterling still out, not for too much longer, just a week left on his injury list. But David Silva moves to the left flank with De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva and Fernandinho in the middle. Aguero alone up top, with Zinchenko, Laporte, Stones, Walker and Ederson making up the rest of the defence. Somebody made the comment we should be playing Phil Foden more. I absolutely agree with that. He will be playing a lot more games this season, but we need to get through these 3 matches to begin with our strongest possible team. Now you can see no Salah in the Liverpool team today. He seems to be carrying an injury. Mane is back for them. He didn't play in the Community Shield final. Firmino and Shaqiri up top. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho in midfield. That's a strong central midfield. Robertson, Matip, Van Dijk and Gomez with Adrian still in goal for them. I'm hoping that we can go out, do what we did against them in the Community Shield and get a very nice win, but it's always difficult at Anfield to do that. So we'll just have to keep an eye on how things go. Now we've got a throw in here, Laporte into Aguero. hoping this tactic can keep getting us results. It's a good switch there. Robertson, though, heads it back to Adrian. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you get the full screen when the ball comes down to the near touch side. Matip over the top, but Stones cuts it out. Now Edison plays the ball long over the top. Gomez away. Shaqiri down to Wijnaldum. I'm not sure how Shaqiri is winning a header, but it's led to Firmino being placed through on a goal. And again, it looks like the one-to-ones might be fixed because Firmino has just scored one-on-one with Edison in goal. And that's the second time we've seen a one-on-one be finished now. It looks like it may even have been overcorrected in favour of the strikers. Edison was pulled a little bit out of position. If he'd held his ground a little bit better, he might have been able to get a hand on that. But instead, Firmino gives Liverpool the lead in front of the Kop, and we have some work to do. Now there's a throw-in for Gomez. Oh, intercepted by De Bruyne. Now Silva switches the flank to Cancelo. Oh, he had a man through there. He just had to lay off a little pass, but Silva instead puts it in. Oh, and it's a header from Kyle Walker of all people. The right back turning up at the 6-yard box and making it 1-1 just in the 12th minute here. And we are back on terms against Liverpool. Cancelo, I thought he should just have knocked that one through, but it looks like if you track Walker at the top of the screen, he runs onto the penalty area, onto the penalty spot and nods the ball home. He was a man I wanted to be played through, but it worked out well in the end. Probably more likely to score a header than a one-on-one with the keeper. But we've shown Liverpool we're not going to take this lying down as Adrian just gives the ball to Zinchenko. Oh, that's a bad pass. Laporte clears up and Edison gets it away. Silva nods it on. It could work to our advantage here. Silva switches the play to Cancelo. We'd like to see a little bit from him today. Plays it back to Stones. Now Fernandinho needs to be careful. He is. Walker switches it to Silva again. Ball played to the far side for Cancelo. Headed down to Bernardo Silva and Adrian makes a good stop there. That was a nice team goal. I like the way the ball switches flank with this tactic. Ball to the back stick, cleared away, and no highlight for us. But Shaqiri, what a great tackle from Zinchenko there. It was probably a foul, but I don't mind. Laporte heads it on to Aguero. Could we have a little break here? Instead, Shaqiri's ended up with the ball. De Bruyne steals it back. Tracking back, Laporte over the top, and Silva could get in behind. Nope, Virgil van Dijk making no mistake there. Walker heads it on. Now Robertson. Pretty random highlight this, but Mane's been played in behind. We're being caught on the high line, and Mane again, another one-on-one scored now. It very much seems to have tilted the other way with that mechanic, and it's now 2-1 to Liverpool. Robertson back to Matip, just to hoof it over the top. Not sure that's Liverpool's usual style of play, but Mane out on his own, dribbled with his left, finished with his right, and Edison is looking a little bit like a spare part in our goal at the moment. Here's Gomez, down to Virgil van Dijk. A lot of action happening very early here. Ball sent back to Adrian, cleared forward. Walker to Bernardo Silva, comes out to Mane. Players in the middle for him, he goes back to Robertson. Henderson is through on goal, and Henderson with a left-footed half volley. I'm not entirely sure I buy that. But 3-1 is now the score, and Liverpool, a statement of intent from them. We need to react here. Mane had the ball. Henderson made the run. Nobody tracked him as Robertson dinked it over the top. And a left-footed half volley into the top corner past Edison. I mean, if Henderson does that in real life, that would be absolutely a contender for goal of the season just because of who's done it. And that's not to say Henderson's not a bad player, but I just can't see him doing that on his weak foot. But it is now 3-1. It could get worse with Shaqiri's ball in, and it's just over the top from Virgil van Dijk. Still, we are under pressure, and we need to get a goal back. De Bruyne has the chance, puts it in, and Virgil away. Comes to Laporte. He's got men around him. He dinks it back out to De Bruyne. Good opportunity. Put in. Cleared out to Bernardo Silva. Walker's there. No, Stones is there for some reason. Now Bernardo Silva again. Puts it across to De Bruyne. He could play it back in. Instead, he's been tackled, and I think a Liverpool player could get to that. Now Fernandinho covering at the back. De Bruyne should have done a lot better there. Maybe we've got another chance. Oh, beautiful ball to João Cancelo. He's through on goal, but it's a tame effort at Adrian. And we are not making the most of our chances in the way that Liverpool are. That's the difference in this game, really. Wijnaldum, on to Joe Gomez. Now Firmino, back to Wijnaldum. He might get tackled. Here he is. Fernandinho has the ball. He plays it over the top. Aguero's done Virgil van Dijk for pace, but he can't beat Adrian. He should have taken another touch there just to bring himself further in front of the goal and not face such a narrow angle on his left foot. But it's poor decision making, and even though we've had more efforts, we find ourselves 2 goals down. But Cancelo! Oh, a header out of nowhere there. Is it offside? Defenders are appealing for it. There's a goal review. Is it offside? Fernandinho, ball played in. Oh, it's offside. Cancelo is offside. It's disallowed. VAR coming and killing us here. And it remains 3-1. I'm going to be really aggressive with the team. See if we can fire them up. Get them going out there in the second half. I'm not too unhappy with the way we're playing. We have been cut open with the ball over the top a few times. Shaqiri here with a free kick. Puts it in. Firmino's in there. I thought that might be a penalty. It comes out to Mane. Shaqiri again. Left-footed ball in. Laporte away. Shaqiri once more. Puts it in. Firmino's there, but it's cleared out again. Aguero has the ball. He's got a man ahead of him. It might be Cancelo there. Aguero doing it on his own. He switches flank beautifully to Silva. De Bruyne's through on goal. De Bruyne surely. Adrian having the game of his career right now. 3-1 it remains. Bernardo Silva. Short to Stones. Given away to Mane. I'm really not happy with John Stones. I don't think he'll be starting the next game, as Mane's been given the freedom of the pitch. But this time, Ederson does make the save. I mean, that was dreadful from John Stones there. Just gives the ball to Mane. But fortunately, he had to run an entire length of the pitch before he could have his effort. We're going to have to change something around here. I think John Stones needs to come off. I'm not happy with him. We bring Alderweireld on. Who else can we bring on? Let's give Mahrez his little run out at right mid, and we'll just wait a little bit before making another change, because we do just want to see that Mahrez will actually survive for a little while, but it looks like he is at the moment. We're still not making the breakthrough though. Maybe if we take Bernardo Silva off, give Phil Foden a little bit of a run out, and see what that does for us. Now we've got a early kick-off from the goal kick. Played forward to Kyle Walker. 15 minutes ago. We have to score soon. Mahrez switches the ball beautifully to Silva. Back to Zinchenko. Over the top again. Mahrez is in behind. No, he holds the play up, but finds Silva, who could play it across the box. He does. Aguero. What has Aguero done there? He had 80% of the goal was open, but he decided to go for the 20%. And that, again, evidence of poor decision making. We really could have been in fighting form going into the last 5 minutes here, but it looks like it's going to be, on paper, an easy win for Liverpool. I feel like we have just about edged this game, and we've been extremely unlucky in the follow-through. That's my assessment of it. It's the away game against the team that will probably challenge us for the title. I'm going to have a go at the team just to get them motivated, make them hungry going into our next games, but I am very disappointed we couldn't get that win, and we're now already 3 points off Liverpool and United in the title race. That is not what we want. A defeat early on, and maybe this series will also end after 4 games as I get sacked for falling well off the title race. But it's very early days. Let's see how we do against Arsenal away and Chelsea at home, and then we can make a decision from there after our first defeat with Manchester City. Big game now for us very early in the season away from home against Arsenal. We do at least have Mahrez and Sterling back and fit again. So they are starting in left midfield and right midfield on the team. It's not their ideal situations, and we may well have to change these positional roles a little bit into possibly the inverted winger positions where they are both much better suited, but I just want to leave this tactic as it is for now. We can adapt it slowly through the season, maybe against teams that we should be beating quite comfortably, and just see if it does improve the team to slightly tweak it in favour of the roles that the players can actually fulfil. I'm also just going to remember to take John Stones out now that I started talking. We'll give Toby Alderweireld the start alongside Laporte, with Zinchenko and Cancelo this time drop back to right back with Ederson in goal. Ilkay Gundogan and Bernardo Silva are in central midfield with Fernandinho behind them, because we do have a slight knock to Kevin De Bruyne. He'll be back tomorrow. He probably could play today But I'm not going to risk him because if he gets a proper knock, he could be out for a little while. And I'm happy with the central midfielders we've got in here, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. I think they can do a very good job for us. And Aguero is starting out up top, as you would expect. So today we kind of have to win. If we fail to beat this Arsenal side, we are in real trouble. They've got Lacazette, Aubameyang, Ozil and Pepe as their front four, with Caballas and Torreira in defensive midfield. Kolasinac, Luiz, Socrates and Maitland-Niles make up the back four with Leno in goal. It's just not that strong an Arsenal team. In the game, they are quite good players individually, but I think their defensive line is a little bit frail. I'm going to tell the team to... I'm going to say I expect to win, to be fair. They've not really reacted too well to it, but I know people think I should use my team talks more, but I find quite often that I don't see the benefit of them all that much. Maybe I should start using them to see if I do see the benefit. There's probably a point in there, to be fair. But we've got an early start here. Zinchenko onto Fernandinho. Ball switched over the top. Aguero is the one chasing it there. He should really be staying central. Now Aubameyang can counter, and he's got Lacazette there, but Laporte has stolen it and played Aguero through. He's beaten the defender, but can't beat the goalkeeper, and it is just pushed wide. Aguero, I think, needs to be a bit more clinical for us than he has been. Otherwise, Jesus will be coming into the team. Cancelo plays it out to Bernardo Silva. Back to Alderweireld. He tries to switch flank, but he does a really good job there to find Laporte. Ball into Sterling, back to Laporte, played across, Cancelo is there. He does gather the ball. Back to Bernardo Silva. Cancelo goes down. And there's a question to whether it's in the box. I think that's a free kick. Yeah, it's a free kick that's been given. I was pretty sure that wasn't a penalty. It would have been very generous to give it. Silva puts it in. Oh, it's just cleared away, and Lacazette finally gets the ball out of the box for Arsenal. But they're certainly under the cosh a little bit early on here. Ball played forward by Edison. Luiz forward. Aguero still fighting for it, but Ozil has the ball. Plays it wide to Pepe. And he's given it away, and it ricochets off our man to Aguero. Mahrez plays it over the top. Sterling is in behind. He's got three across from him. He goes for goal himself. Again, poor decision making. If he played that across the front of the 6-yard box, we would have had a goal there. Now here's Laporte, but the highlight does eventually end. You can see we're already dominating the stats as Zinchenko throws that ball into the box. Pepe away, but only to Bernardo Silva. Sterling across. Kolasinac away. Fernandinho gathering it. Plays it to Cancelo. He's got a man outside him. He might go for goal. He does. And he's dragged that one well wide. Really tame effort from him. But we have hit Arsenal hard early on here. We are having a bit of a reaction after that Liverpool defeat. But it could have come undone if they score here with Aubameyang charging through on goal. Nobody getting to him. And it's hit the woodwork and been cleared away. I don't know if maybe Edison did save that actually. But not the best start for us. Or not, well, a good start for us, but not the best response here. And Aguero, Aubameyang again has got in, but Edison makes the save. And it is an action-packed start to the game. I don't think we need the highlight here. I'm not quite sure what that's for. Torreira with the corner, plays it into the middle, and David Luiz has put that one wide. I don't know what's going on with the game there. There's still little glitches because the game's in beta. But 20 minutes in, the game's starting to look a little bit more level. We're having a lot of shots, but not quite getting that goal. Pepe out wide to Maitland-Niles. He's put the ball in early, but Edison with a very comfortable take. No Arsenal players anywhere near him. He sends it out to Cancelo. Ball played forward. Mahrez is there, but Kolasinac clears it away. Now Gundogan over to Fernandinho. Switches a play to Sterling, who plays it back over the top. Kolasinac away, though. Oh, and now Ozil, this is dangerous, finds Lacazette, ball played through, come on Edison, there we go, he has come and picked that one up. I was worried it'd be one of those moments where he's stuck in the mud, but he's found Sterling with a great ball there, and Sterling loses it to Maitland-Niles, played in behind, Aubameyang has beaten Alderweireld to it, and it's saved by Edison again, keeping that clean sheet, and allowing us the best opportunity to try and get a goal and maybe take a lead, but Arsenal have been the better team after our opening 15 minutes. Ball comes out to Ozil. And the ball played across. Aubameyang over the top. And we've got a free kick for offside. Laporte going to take it. Zinchenko forward to Bernardo Silva. Switches flank. Mahrez. Cutting inside, plays it over the top, and Sterling is in on goal. Come on, Raheem. It's saved. Aguero follows up. He's onside, and he gets his second of the season. And we do, despite Arsenal's pressure in the last 10 minutes or so, have the lead away from home. A good start for us in the first 15. We struggled for the 10 minutes after that, but Sterling played in, saved well, but Aguero with the volley, or half volley into the back of the net and the open goal to give us that lead that we definitely need, because we have to win this game. We cannot afford to slip up again with Liverpool having a 100% record so far and a victory over us already. Alderweireld plays the ball into the middle. Bernardo Silva goes down, but no free kick given, and Lacazette has got Alderweireld on toast there. He's in behind, and again, Ederson really showing his absolute value to us with save after save between the sticks. Torreira with the corner, plays it in, Laporte puts it away, Ozil might go for goal, but Cancelo with a great tackle. We've got nobody upfield though, so we can't make the most of that. You can see the Arsenal team were a little bit anxious. They've reacted well to some team talks. Ederson out to Laporte. I just want to make sure we survive till half time with a clean sheet, but we've given the ball away there. Sterling should get to it. Nope, Pepe's got him for pace. Switches it, and Aubameyang is in. Oh, again, another really good save by Ederson. I'm just going to try and encourage the team. Torreira plays it in. Gundogan away. Cancelo further away, and Aguero will get to the loose ball. And now there's just a couple of minutes till half-time. Zinchenko over the top. Sterling could get in there. It's cleared by Socrates. His keeper maybe would have wanted that. But Aubameyang can counter. Back to Ceballos. Played through. Pepe onside, I think. He's through on goal. Saved by Ederson. Aubameyang with an open goal, but Cancelo steals the ball from him there. And we do make it to half-time with the lead. I'm glad that we have managed to make it this far. They were frustrated by my encouragement, which, I think sometimes my girlfriend feels like that as well. But Bernardo Silva with the free kick puts it in. Mahrez! Oh, he's just put that one wide on his return to the team. Both Mahrez and Sterling are struggling for fitness, which is to be expected. I'm going to take Mahrez off now quite early. We do have Dani Olmo who can come on for a little run out on the right flank. And then we will take Sterling off not too long after that as well. Just let the team bed down a bit. Aguero back to Zinchenko. Switches the flank to Dani Olmo, but Kolasinac steals it. Gundogan, indecision between our two midfielders, and now Ozil can play it through to Torreira. Lacazette is through as well. It's played to Lacazette, but Ederson with very good pace there. I don't know what that kick was. That animation should never have led to the ball going in that direction. Ball switched to Sterling. He's got men making runs. Olmo has continued his run. Plays it across again to Sterling. Edge of the area. Plays it across to Olmo once more. Aguero from a few yards out, but there's a flag up. He is offside. They're going to VAR though to check. It may have been offside. No, it is indeed offside, I think. It can't have been by much. He's, to be fair, about a yard or so offside as he plays it into Aguero. And that might be the cue for Raheem Sterling to come off. Put David Silva on down that left flank. And now Leno plays it out to Socrates. 20 odd minutes left. It'd be nice if we could get that second goal. Here's Silva. Plays it over to Dani Olmo, who brings it down well but has given it away to Kolasinac. Ball played into Leno, who's been pressed. Rushed the ball out, but it's worked for them. Xhaka through. Cancelo gets a tackle, and he keeps it this time. Olmo plays it to Fernandinho. He switches the flank. David Silva is in behind, fresh legs, and he's been brought down by Maitland-Niles. That is definitely a penalty. You do not need VAR for that. And it should be Aguero to take the penalty, I think. Hopefully to make it 2-0 with his second of the day. Aguero... It's saved by Leno. Of course it is. We cannot put this game to bed. Corner to be taken by Silva. Oh, and Dani Olmo with the header, but the flag is up again. Another of those corner routines. Short, ball whipped in, man at the near post. But the flag goes up time after time. It really does rely on the man on the post staying on the post. But that is a VAR goal. VAR ruling a goal out, a penalty missed, and now a goal ruled out for offside as well. Throw in though. We've not been under pressure from Arsenal in this half, to be fair. Cancelo puts it in. Socrates away. Olmo reverses it to Cancelo, who should be onside there. He's got players in the middle. He skips a tackle, goes for goal, and it's into the side netting. Not the best decision there from him. I might give a little run out to Gabriel Jesus because Aguero does a lot of heavy lifting up there on his own. Fernandinho onto Cancelo. Fernandinho again goes back to Ederson. Ball headed into the middle there. That's such loose play. And now Lacazette tackled beautifully by Bernardo Silva. Jesus can counter. He does have Dani Olmo making a run, but he's given it away. Now David Luiz goes back to Leno. He hits it down the field, and it's come for Xhaka. Saka, Alderweireld cuts it out. Gundogan now can counter. He's got players making a run. He finds Dani Olmo, who puts it in behind for Gabriel Jesus. He's through on goal, and that's a good save by Leno there, keeping Arsenal in the game. Played short, Alderweireld there. Maybe that was another offside one there. But just a few minutes left to see out. And Torreira with a free kick. I realise I've not changed the tactic here. I thought that was going to drop into the back of the net there. I don't know what he's doing shooting from 40-odd yards, but we do survive. Ball played forward. Silva brings it down well. He's got a man making a run. That's a free kick. He's already on a yellow. It's a second yellow. And that surely should be the game now against 10 men. We've gone defensive as well now after that red card for Maitland-Niles. Zinchenko with the free kick. Fernandinho back to Zinchenko. Ball played through to Bernardo Silva. He puts it into João Cancelo, in on goal, and he's missed from just a few yards out there. We do have another corner. I wonder if they'll play this short. Bernardo Silva with it. Just letting the clock run down here. He whips it in instead. It comes down to Cancelo. Back to Bernardo Silva, who's probably offside there. He's not, and it's whipped across. Laporte with the header, but Leno again with the stop. I'm going to be interested. We've had 12 shots on target, 1 goal. Ball cleared away. 2 minutes of added time left as Zinchenko finds Bernardo Silva. We are all over Arsenal at the moment. We need to be careful we don't get lax. Just like that. Fernandinho doing a great job there to cut out that channel. Played over the top. Luiz down. Xhaka to Torreira. Back to Socrates. All the way back to Leno. Should be taken by Cancelo. He just whips it forward. Jesus, so tackled by Socrates. And the ball over the top. Lacazette is through on goal. It's going to be a goal, isn't it? He goes for it. It's pulled back. And it's gone for a corner. I thought it might be a penalty, but we do survive. And we just have 20 seconds to see out for a game that has been very laboured when we should have put it to bed a very, very long time ago. I'm hoping this doesn't become a theme this season. Jesus with the ball back to Zinchenko. Plays it over the top. We have got numbers, but poor ball, and Kolasinac heads it back to Leno. That should be the full-time whistle. He launches it down the pitch. Aubameyang brings it down. Zinchenko wins it. Maybe he can play it through here. He goes back to Laporte. Don't know why the referee hasn't blown the whistle here. Ederson over the top. Cleared away. Cancelo's header comes down to Dani Olmo. He switches the flank. David Silva is out there. Chambers cuts it out. And it does just remain in play there. Zinchenko over the top. Silva is in behind, but Leno takes it. Come on, ref. We're nearly a full minute over added time, and nothing has happened. If they score here, I will be livid. It's Lacazette. The game has not ended. Chambers is in behind. And Laporte hoofs it away, and finally the game comes to an end. An absolute mess of a game. But we do get the 3 points we very, very much needed. It does mean we jump up to 4th temporarily. A lot of other teams to play. But next up we have Chelsea. At least we're at home for that game. I think beating Arsenal away is a good outcome. That could easily be a normal draw game there. And we've got such a nice run of games after the Chelsea match. So hopefully we can beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and then really kick on. Chelsea, the third of the big teams that we're playing in a row now, are such a tough start to the season. The good news is that Liverpool did lose to Bournemouth when we beat Arsenal, which means that they are also just above us in the table. Very tight at the moment. Manchester United, the team running away with it. Chelsea currently unbeaten in second, so we're looking to get past them if we can. Not too many changes to the team. We've brought Rodri in for a game in place of Fernandinho, given Fernandinho's age. I don't want to play him every single game, and Rodri will be able to do a good job in there. I have no doubt about that. Walker comes back in ahead of Cancelo as well. Given that he got a goal, I was a bit harsh in dropping him anyway, but I think he can come back in and do a job for us, and Cancelo not quite as fit as Walker is. Stones is coming back in alongside Laporte with Zinchenko on the left. Aguero continues up top. Hopefully he can keep getting goals for us in these games. And Chelsea shouldn't be too difficult aside. You can see they've got Abraham, Pedro, Barkley and Willian up top. Kovacic and Kante in defensive midfield with Alonso, Tomori, Rudiger and Azpilicueta, Kepa in goal. The only player in this team I would put in my team is Kante. You could maybe make the case for Alonso over Zinchenko, but I think I'd rather put the young player in there instead. So I think we should be able to pick up where we left off, get the win now that we're at home instead of away. Azpilicueta, though, getting the first chance, but De Bruyne steals it off Kante. That's what you love to see. And De Bruyne charging forward, held up a little bit, plays it through for Sterling. Now Rodrigo back to Zinchenko, Alonso away. Bernardo Silva wins the header in midfield. He's trying to take it forward, Mahrez. He just beat Alonso for pace. He's got behind two defenders, hit the post, and Kante has to clear it. But an early warning sign for us against Chelsea of what is going to be coming in this game. Stones, though, has gone in for a tackle. We're a minute and a half into the game. Surely that's not a yellow, and it's not. But just 5 minutes in, another throw in here. It's going to be a long one from Zinchenko. Into the middle. Sterling down, De Bruyne back to Sterling. He's got De Bruyne there in the middle. It comes to Bernardo Silva, and he's just not bent that into the inside of the post. It's gone wide, and Kepa can launch it away. He finds Marcus Alonso. Ball into Kovacic and Bernardo. We are all over them. He goes for goal. What a goal from Bernardo Silva. Steals the ball there with a high press. Charges into the box and an excellent finish. We've been all over Chelsea the first few minutes here. We deserved that goal. Kepa put it out. Good pressing from Mahrez. It came to Kovacic, but what a tackle from Bernardo. He was right in his face, carried on running, and what an effort that is. Beating Kepa at his near post from outside the box. He will not be happy with that. But Bernardo Silva, he's been fantastic so far this season, taking that central midfield role. It's not where I would really want to play him, but he's been doing so well there this season that I haven't been able to move him out. And he's actually been outshining De Bruyne up to now, which is really just saying something. But we are such a strong team, there's no doubt about it. When it's all back to full fitness, we were just missing those wide players. And Sterling nods it back, Zinchenko over the top. We're just missing those wide players at the moment. I'm looking forward to Benjamin Mendy coming back in at left back as well. When we get Sane back on the left midfield, it's just going to be such a strong team. We've got a long wait before Sane does come back though. Zinchenko to Laporte. Cuts inside, switches the flank beautifully to Mahrez. He's got players in the centre. He cuts inside, goes for goal. I thought that's just going to loft over Kepa's head into that top corner. But unfortunately, it has just gone wide. But we are all over Chelsea. They're offering very little resistance to us. We've just not quite been clinical enough for my liking. I would like that second goal. That's what happened against Arsenal. We just weren't able to get that second goal, and I'd like to get it quite soon against Chelsea here because they can be dangerous. They've got very good players in their team. They've taken Ross Barkley off. I am not Ross Barkley's biggest fan, so I can understand that. We do just need to protect Mahrez and Sterling still. Let's bring David Silva on the left flank. Just give Sterling a little bit of a break before we head into the international break as well, because I'm sure England will overuse him. And Riyad Mahrez can probably have a little bit of a break. Let's move Bernardo Silva outside and bring Phil Foden into central midfield and see what he can do for us. Zinchenko with the throw-in. Kante clears it. Willian further on, but only to Zinchenko. He beats him beautifully, Zinchenko. Still got the ball. Whips it to the back stick. Emerson does eventually take control of it. And he's found Willian there. Very good ball. 15 minutes to go. It's played back. Kante. All the way back to Kepa, who finds Tomori. A little bit erratic this from Chelsea, but sometimes this can result in a goal. Stones brings it down, clears it forward, and we might want to take John Stones off in a minute. Getting towards the end of the game, and he's on a yellow. Pedro, cut out by Laporte. Silva, David Silva, switches it to the right for Bernardo Silva. Just holds it up, finds Aguero, and that is a bullet header into the bottom left corner. A fantastic goal that. And it does just ease the pressure for us. Excellent cross from Bernardo Silva. Absolutely man of the match day. David Silva with the left-footed swing out to the right side, and then Bernardo Silva, excellent ball in, and what a header from Aguero to finish it all off. Let's just take John Stones off and bring Alderweireld on for the last 15 minutes or so, just to make sure that we don't go down to 10 men, unless this is about to happen. Walker intercepts, finds Bernardo Silva, and he's giving it away to Pedro. You can see that confusion just taking place. Emerson, fortunately the highlight comes to an end. 10 minutes to go, Alderweireld is on the pitch. We just have to hope that Walker doesn't get the red card. Rudiger down the line, looking for Willian. Laporte just about makes up there. Ederson sends it forward towards Bernardo Silva. Emerson cuts it out. Walker into Phil Foden. Be nice if he could get an assist or a goal here. He's charging forward. I mean, it would be nice if he got a goal. I'm not quite sure that's how he's going to get it. But not too long left now. 5 minutes or so. This will be a good win. It'll be a good start to the season. It would have been nice to not lose 3-1 to Liverpool, but De Bruyne has stolen the ball off Rudiger. He's in on goal. He's chipped the keeper. Oh, and Kepa just tips it wide. I thought De Bruyne would just get the finish there, but he's missed out. Alderweireld with the cross. Nothing coming from that. And time should just be seen out here. Bernardo Silva late on puts the ball in. Rudiger away. Bernardo Silva has it again. Being held up. Finds Kyle Walker. Inside to Rodrigo. He switches it to David Silva. Players in the middle. Oh, nice little shift of feet. Kyle Walker gets his second of the season there. Absolutely brilliant stuff. David Silva made that goal. It was a beautiful little step over from him to make the room to create the cross. And Kyle Walker in there to get his second of the season. David Silva, it's this nice little touch here. Where that's beautiful. He kind of dragged it from the right side of the ball to the left side of the ball with his right foot, and then touched it forward with the right foot as well. An excellent drag back, and then 3-0 on the score sheet. It took a little while to get to those goals, but we did get them. A very good team performance. Chelsea never threatened in the entire game, and bearing in mind they were unbeaten at that point, it does move us, at least temporarily, to the top of the table, where I expect we will be in the not too distant future, given the 3 teams we played in this episode, and Leicester were the other team that we beat 3-0. We've got a nice run of games now. Norwich, Genk, Burnley, Reading, Wolves, Atletico Madrid, Southampton, Newcastle, Lyon, Watford, Everton, Lyon, Bournemouth, Genk, Palace, West Ham, Sheffield United, Atletico Madrid, Aston Villa. Maybe next time we will pick up against Atletico Madrid and then do... I'm just wondering, actually. No, I don't think the Atletico Madrid games will matter that much. Maybe if we're struggling in the Champions League group, we'll pick up at Atletico Madrid. Otherwise, what we'll do is we'll go right up to the Manchester United game, and you'll have all of these matches for highlights, just to get you going and get you through. That's a lot of games, but I think it's the only way to manage this season. We're going to have to knock out a lot of games. We're playing 60 games this season with Man City, so let's wipe that out. We can get to United and maybe Spurs in the next game, or we could just have an episode full of highlights. Let me know what you would like to see in the next episode. But that is going to be it for today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this series. Only 1 in 5 everybody watching this show is subscribed, so if everybody else subscribed, we'd have 100,000 subscribers right now. And until next time, see ya.